FountainFX on Wednesday the 9th of April 2014. We are looking at the news this morning just before the European Open, so the time now is 20 minutes past 8 in the morning, and we're just starting to set up our platform and plan for what trades may come our way today. At 8 o'clock this evening there is the Federal Reserve meeting minutes last month when Chairwoman Yellen turned around and made a statement about easings and changing their the amount of money that they were printing in the States. It had a dramatic effect to the value of the dollar. In fact, the dollar rose in value. We saw around about 80 points move in the market within a spate of about 15 to 30 minutes. So something to be aware of this evening. Let's just have a quick look across to see what people are saying. So what it's really saying is it's just confirming the fact that the US dollar has fallen in value for the last couple of days. Certainly it comments on the euro, US dollar, but it talks about it across the board in terms of the pound and the Aussie dollar have seen strength against the US dollar in the last few days. Since Bank of Japan's rate decision caused a bearish pressure on the US dollar against the yen. So that's the US dollar falling against the yen, and it then caused people to move currencies around and take the money out of the US dollar yen and start to place it into other currencies. So that's what's caused the spark in terms of the movement. But would it have made a difference to us in terms of how we traded if we'd have known all of this information? The answer is no, really. It's about looking at the chart, being able to read the chart and see what to do when price breaks through certain levels and we see what momentum's doing. So knowing all of this is very nice. The key thing is it just tells you when to get out of the market, because of when news comes out it can cause volatility. It also shows you that it's probably the time when you should be looking at the market, because it can cause a change and cause price to move in the direction that's favorable to how we read the charts. So let's quickly flick over to the chart and see what price is doing this morning. So switching over to the 1 hour chart, we can see that price overnight has done pretty much what we expected. In the Asia market, it's gone flat, gone sideways, not really done anything. A lot of people will be out there speculating things, so they'll talk about the dollar usually sells off before the FOMC meeting, or others will say, oh, the dollar usually grows before this, etc. So you'll get various different opinions and views out there. The best thing to do is to have your own opinion and to actually look at what the market's actually doing. So if we go down into a 15-minute chart and see if there's an analysis that we can get from this particular price movement. And we can see here that we've got an area of resistance that's been pushing down. Obviously we've got the main area of resistance up here just above the 138.05, but we've got this area of resistance as price has been pushing down. We've also got a line of support. The actual moving average that's running up here has acted as support as price bounces on it, and now what we've seen is that price has just broken through that area of support and pushed down. So we're now starting to see an increase in volatility, in momentum in the market this morning, just prior to 9 o'clock with the European Open. So let's see if there's a way in which we can trade this. And a simple test we can see is, look, just by putting on a support line running across here at the 137.85, we can see previous low, price has only just come down and touched it. It's just broken below it now. So we want to see what comes of this particular move, if price comes back up to it. But it looks very much like we've got some momentum downwards, so it's a key thing, which is we've got to wait until price has actually closed on this and broken below this area before we look to take the trade. So we'll see what happens here. So what we can see is that price, this is very much bearish candlesticks, very strong. But let's put things in perspective. This is actually a 10-point move. So that's 5 points followed by a 5-point candlestick. It shows you how much low volatility there is in the Asian session leading up to this. So price hasn't really moved that much. The other thing to be aware of is that this trend line here is the trend line that was plotted a few days ago. However, the likelihood of this being sustained is probably very slim, because this area of resistance up here at the 138.07 is from previous resistance that was significant, and price then fell from the 138 all the way down to the 137. So we are looking at a significant area of resistance, and hence the reason why we've seen 1, 2, 3 touches, and then price has started to fall away, has now broken below this previous area of support of the 137.85. So really what we're waiting for is confirmation of a change in direction of the trend. It may be a case that we want to take a sell order now because we've broken below this area of support, the 137.85, or we might want to wait and just see exactly what price is going to show us before we do choose to go in any particular direction. So choice, different styles of trading. It's not 9 o'clock yet. We've got another half an hour to go, and we want to wait and see what the Europeans have got to show us as to what they want to do. But if we notice here on the 15 minutes prior to this bearish candlestick forming, we had a nice doji with a very long wick above it, which shows selling pressure. So that was almost like confirmation for us saying, look, there's indecision, but there's a lot of selling pressure here. So it's looking like price is wanting to push down, and it then did. It confirmed exactly that. Now where we are at the moment, we can see that where price very much is at the bottom of this candlestick. We're not seeing any buying pressure coming back up off this 15-minute chart. So it'd be interesting to see if price continues in this direction, or if at 9 o'clock the Europeans come in and decide to turn it and push price all the way back up and through this 138.07. So we shall see. But other than that, this is basically the trade setup in the morning. Take your time, have a look at what the news says, take a look at the charts, and see where price wants to move. And we will talk to you tomorrow. Thank you very much from FountainFX.